But one of the things that has been on the front of everyone's mind, I guess, is the release of Gemini into Google Workspace. And I just want to have a bit of fun here and open up my testing account. Okay, so we're in my testing account. It is a Google Workspace domain account. I think it's on the business account service. Okay, so let's go into mail first. .google.com. Okay, here's our first bombardment. Gemini is here to help you save time. Use Gemini, Google's AI assistant, to draft emails and catch up on long threads directly in Gmail. You'll see more features and enhancements over time. Okay, first bit of spam pops up on the right hand side. Now remember, before the release we used to get the ads up the top. So now, being part of the business package, at the very least we won't get the ads, although we do get the additional cost. Let's have a look at a couple other things. We could go sheets.new. Ooh, there we go. Save time with tables. So we've got the table spam that pops up as usual every time we grab something new, but we also got help me create tables with that little Gemini icon. Got it. Docs.new. Okay, straight away we've got the Gemini here to boost your productivity on Docs. Where else would we find it? We should see it in slides too, right? So slides.new. Okay, so we've got some instructional stuff for collaborate more easily with live pointers. Hey, that's pretty cool. But that's not the Gemini stuff, so we didn't get too much. Oh, here we go. There's our, how did I miss it? It's right on the sidebar here, already expanded out. Okay, so clearly we're being propelled in the direction of using Gemini in our day-to-day work life. Let's have a look at what Google says. Okay, so best of Google AI now included in Workspace Business Workspace Business and Enterprise plans. What's changing? Today we announced that we're including the best Google AI in Workspace Business and Enterprise plans without the need to purchase an add-on. Well, a little bit misleading there, gang, because we're paying an extra $2 or more per user per month. Many Workspace customers have been using generative AI to boost productivity, creativity, innovation, transforming how they work. Again, I'm not too sure if this is the case. It'd be interesting to see the stats on this. And I would love to know if you're using Gemini or a AI tool in your workplace. I mean, it's starting to be ever pervasive in the workplace. I use it to a degree, but I use it with strategies to make myself not more stupid in the long term, but to be able to help educate myself to be better at what I do in the long term. But it's something for a different time, I guess. Gemini is helping reduce the burden of mundane tasks like taking notes during meetings, synthesizing long documents, and stepping in as a strategic thought partner to bring ideas to life and find ways to problem solve. Expanding the latest generative AI capabilities to more of our customers ensures that they have the tools they need to stay on the cutting and competitive edge. Following features. Gmail. Oh, we had Gmail open. So let's maybe split screen this to have a quick look. Okay, here we go. And I'll move over to Gmail here. Help me effortlessly write and improve your new emails and replies, from polishing your tone with a single click to generating new drafts. Okay. We've probably got this here. If we click, what can Gemini do? Just spit out the same thing. Just a sec. That's not too bad. It's Gemini centric. Find information in your Google Drive. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at, so help me write compose. Nice, help me write, there it is, pop up already. Get help writing messages from scratch, sure. Provide a personal, personal welcome to Code Club from Yagi. So, Saturday. And let's create, see what happens. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, pretty rote. One of the funny things that's going to come out of this is we've got emails that we send out. So we'll also ingest emails as well, and we'll probably use AI to ingest those emails. So when we're making those personalized email automations, then the Gemini on the other end will ingest those and then produce a AI generated response, essentially leaving us out of the picture. I think in some cases though, I mean, that does cut down time. My concern is that it takes out the business factor though, so you're not actually reading and reviewing what's going on in the sentences that are coming out. You're not getting the tone of the message that's happening from perhaps a client that's concerned or worried about a product or a release. So you miss a few steps along the way just to save you time. Now that may be important if it's saving you a bunch of time, but it's also means that you lose context in the summaries that you're receiving, and also you lose personalization, even though we said personalized, in the emails that you're sending out to people. More importantly, down the track, if you use this time and time again, you're going to lose the ability to write letters and emails appropriately. So it summarizes emails, so it's going to give us a summary that makes sense. And Gemini in the side panel. Draft email responses, response queries, your email, catch me up on project. This is saying here, it can give you a summary of an email chain that you have been working on, and perhaps that email chain has broken and is in multiple parts, and it will review the entire Gmail for a summary of all those communications. Now, how accurate it is, I'm not entirely certain, but that may be handy just to get a quick feel or quick scope of what's going on. Okay, so let's just move on to have a look at docs now. So Gemini in the docs side panel, here it is here. Create an outline for a pitch. Brainstorm, what can I do in Gemini? Well, let's do a pitch, and then maybe we could do a cover image for that pitch, perhaps. Let's try that. Create a product pitch about a sustainable footwear company. Well, let's do something relevant to me. About for, I don't know, for my my Google Workspace, my Google Workspace software development and automation services outline, maybe outline 2 pitch. There we go. See what happens here. Now I have seen online a number of people complaining about these buttons up the top coming in and just sort of covering up the sheet that you're working on. And it does seem each time I look at these, they're getting bigger and bigger. But let's see what happened here. value proposition. Corporate talk makes me want to ick. Active listening, demonstrate empathy and understanding. Yeah, tailored solutions. So I mean, it's not going to get you ahead of anyone with anything unique or original, is it? But I suppose it's a good place to start. My concern is that this is where people will stop, instead of this is where people will start. And can you just copy this in? Let's do it. Insert. There we go. That's all right. And that just builds that out as well. Okay. And what if we? What was the other thing that it offered? Cover image. How do we do cover images? All right. So create cover image for this pitch. It's thinking away, doing its thing. I don't know if it's the Twitch connection, so my side, or it's just under a lot of load because it's been implemented out into the entire Workspace ecosystem. This is a little slow. Okay, so that would give me a list. What is it? Okay, so prompting there is not too bad. What are some of your specific expertise areas in Google Workspace development automation? Onboarding, I could say on client, staff and client onboarding. What else? Workflow automation. Migration from Google Workspace. Project expansion out of what would it be? App script, I guess. Script and into expansion out of app script and into, I don't know, what's the word? And dev project. Okay, help with that. That's weird because it asked that question before. It was just a prompt, I guess. Maybe a bit of its user can't help with that. So you meant to, it's prompting you what to ask and then you click on it next. That's weird. No, I just clicked on it. It was a request to Gemini to explain my business. Well, that didn't work, did it? If it had prompts to ask you to help improve perhaps its image background, it might be able to provide a list or some esoteric imagery that would encapsulate that meaning. That would have been helpful. But all we've got is this. So we've got an arrow here to insert, so that would insert that anywhere on the page. That's pretty quick though. That's not bad for speed. But it would be just a URI link, and inserting a URI link that's already in Google Cloud is going to be fairly fast. All right, cool. What else did they say here? Cover images, help me write. Well, we could sort of see the help me write, help me create. It gave you a list of formatted documents. If you've got a plan, I suppose we could give you a skeleton. My suggestion is to say, provide headers or suggest headers. And once the headers are written, then writing it all yourself. So you know exactly, because the writing process is to help you plan out and map what you're doing. If you're leaving it to something else, then that intrinsic understanding of your plans and processes won't be there. And summarize documents. Yeah, summary. Let's do that quickly. Okay, this outlines a pitch for Google Workspace software development and automation services. It emphasizes understanding clients' needs and offering tailored solutions and showcasing expertise. The pitch also covers the development process, pricing, and next step, and provides additional tips for a successful presentation. Processing, next step, pricing, packages, Q&A and closing, additional tips. Yeah. That's okay. Might save a little bit of time. But again, someone's going to send this. You'll send this to your client, and then your client's Gemini will summarize it, and they'll get a gist, and it's a fairly cookie cutter gist, right? So it's not going to pick out the special items in your Google Doc that you want your client to see, which is, I think, a problem with this integration of GPTs and large language models in the workspace like this. So if you get something like this from someone, read it in its entirety, spend that extra time, because you might find something that's a red flag or a green flag. Oh, we've also got Drive here too. So take notes for meetings. Adaptive audio is pretty cool. Translation languages, I'd like to see that live translation. I think I need 2 people for that though. Drive, that'd be a good one to look at. Okay, haven't got much on here though. So surprisingly, we didn't get a Gemini pop-up for this. Maybe it's got sick of this already. So it's in the side panel though. You can summarize topics. It can work with PDFs in Drive. It can't change file names. So if I said like delete, it has no actions, right? So if I said delete any Google Doc titled, it's not going to do that. Pretty sure. I can't do that. I'm not able to create GemKick response yet. What's that? What you talking about, Willis? I'm not able to explain. What is Gem? Try it one more time. Sometimes persistence helps. Nope. Okay. Don't know. Magic. Alright. Let's Drive. Sheets. Okay, after being spammed for tables, tables are kind of okay. One thing I like about tables is most of what a table is can be used in Google Apps Script. Or externally. You can export it into the Google Sheets API. You can't, don't believe you can, no you can't. You definitely can't create a table yet with AppScript, but it still can be read, which is kind of cool. All right, so Gemini, what are you doing? Okay, Sheets. Gemini and Sheets side panel, quickly create tables. So there are actionable items in this one. Oh, well, the same with docs, I suppose. You could create a document, but in Google Drive, you can't do that. But having said that, I know in the past year that they've really upped their security for personally, I don't think it's for good reasons. Perhaps changing the API security and splitting it into maybe just the stuff you're working on or by folder perhaps would have been a better approach long term. But instead they've just like made it more challenging or increased the security privileges for the API and the scopes, which kind of sucks for a developer at least. And I don't think it's protecting anyone. Okay, Sheets. Gemini and Sheets side panel. Okay, let's do that. Create and expense. It's also got enhanced smart fill. So it just means there's a fill statement in Excel, and it just means that it will autofill things a little bit better. Okay, so unlike in Docs, there's a disparity here where in Google Docs you had to suggest to put it in. Here it's already added in for you. So this is a preview though. Okay, so that's fair enough. It helps you see what's going on a bit better. Insert. Now it's not going to help you with anything with app script or coding, so we can't update this with a side. It's going to say, sorry, I can't help you with that. Yeah, so you still can't create input forms or anything, any actionable item. To be honest, they're not particularly difficult to do, although there's authorization issues that I'm sure it will stumble on. Especially if you've got protected ranges in your sheet, it's really going to struggle with that. But I could probably see in the future there is going to be some app script integration with Gemini as well. I'll be sad if Gemini, I'll be sad the day when Gemini hits the AppScript IDE, but I expect it to happen. Okay. Slides. Help me create an image. What about remove image background? Okay, let's do that. Help me create an image of a goat. Oh, it's also in chat too. All right, this dude looks pretty cute. Let's put him in there and then remove the image background. How are we going to do that? Can we do that here? No? Oh, what if I select it and say, what does it say? Oh, it just says view more. We're just making more goats. Okay, just more goats. That dapper dude. All right. Create an image. No, so we got this one. Okay, so it's got its own custom image creator in there. All right, that's not too bad. That's pretty good because I often use Google Slides for, I don't know if it's still around, but there used to be something called Microsoft Publisher, and it was like this drag and drop tool that you could place certain things here to make perhaps a newspaper front page or something like that. And I can use Google Slides for the same thing, and it can be super helpful. So let's just ask Gemini. I'm not sure how to do the remove though. Remove the image background. Let's click on this. Click an image in a drawing. In Google Drawings. A Google Slide. Google Slides, or it's even in Drawings. Or a scenes canvas in Google Vids. Okay. Click edit image. Oops. Reset image, replace image. Upload, no. Am I not seeing it? We can rotate, so it's the whole edit frame. What if it's, maybe it's in one of these in the panel. Place image. Format options. Set image. Drag this over a bit. That's format. Recolor. You would think it would be in here. One of the things, it's like this is sort of the old school. I'm seeing a lot of disparity with the developers of Google Workspace doc sheets and slides of yesteryear and the developers now. And they're putting things in places that are different to where they were before, which is fine, but you need to put everything together as a whole somewhere. And that's a frustrating bit for me. Like even with background fonts and colors where they did the drop down menus and sheets, completely different set of coloring to the standard color sheets that you get for text and whatnot. So we've got recolor, might be in there. No recolor. Oh, that does that. Oh, that's pretty cool actually. Drop shadows, reflection, nothing there. Size and rotation, nothing. Can we create it? That's just going to go back to this one again. Remove background. You can format image. So, okay, format. Here we go. Image. Remove background. Not there. What if we just click this as a whole? Format. Now it's not there as all. Format. Format. Image. Okay, so we found remove background, but maybe it's not been implemented yet. What if we try this dude instead? Oh, I've got some drop shadow here too. Drop shadow, no reflection, no. Let's just delete him. Delete him. Let's put that dude in there. And click on it, format, image, remove background. Come on. That's not a bad job removing the background. That's pretty cool. I like that. Look at him. That's pretty fun. Cool, cool, cool. All right. First thing that's made me smile so far.